Hi guys, this is Sarah with the Crafty Raven. Welcome back to the channel. And my furry feline Raven is walking around somewhere. Usually when I have stuff on the floor all over me, she comes walking around because, you know, cats are just so curious. I am halfway going through my whips and organizing. If you have not seen the last video, I will go ahead and leave the link to that in the description box below. So in case you missed the first half, you can go ahead and watch this second half, and then you can go right and watch the first half, or vice versa, however you want to do it. It's not like you've really missed much, except for all the projects that I talked about I was working on. So in case you want to see the projects I was working on, go back and check that out. That's yarn I need to put away because it's no project. This is one of the last ones I bagged, and I have just found more yarn that I need to add to it. Of course, I'm not going to be able to add all of it because this bag is only so big. These bags I got from Amazon. They're the size big enough of just, they're 9.5 inches by 13.5 inches, so it's large enough to hold a magazine, legal size papers, and legal documents. They are waterproof, and they were recommended by another podcaster to store whips in. And I have a 4mm hook I'm using with this cotton, and if I double it up, I have a 6mm in here. But I don't know if I want to double up the yarn or not. Here is one of the hot pads I'm still working on. I need to add another ball of yarn to this. But this is what I was talking about last time. You crochet around and around. You start with the bottom. You crochet a row, however long. It's going to be on the diagonal, so however wide you want this thing to be. You crochet around and around and around and around, and then you lay it flat, and then the two sides fold flat together. Whenever these two sides are touching, you do a whip stitch, and then you have a double-sided hot pad. Obviously it's not done, but it'll be a double-sided hot pad. So this is a large one I'm trying to get done for Grandma, and my lazy butt hadn't done it yet. I think I can fit all of this yarn in here actually. But yeah, I'm using a 4mm hook for that. And if I work the two red and cream colored cotton yarns together, then I will double it up, but we'll see. Okay, so that's Grandma's bag. It's got a red zipper. She likes red. I can throw that ball band away, and here's another plastic bag I can reuse to store yarn or recycle. Of course, I do have more red yarn, so let's try to stuff this in here. Well, there's more cream colored yarn. I'm not going to be able to stuff all of this in there. I really don't like overstuffing. Let me see what I can do here, though. Put this here. Okay, we're getting it. We're getting it. There we go. We got it. We got it. Alright, so Grandma's kitchen towels and hot pads and coasters. Just anything she needs for the kitchen. And here's yarn for the Christmas. So we'll get another red one for Christmas, because it goes with Grandma's kitchen stuff anyway. I made her 4 coasters for Christmas. At least I got her that set done. And then she, of course, has put them away. The only thing she did not put away was the snowman Christmas. It was the Christmas snowwoman that I made for her. And of course, she has it on the table, on the entry table right by the front door, so all of her visitors, which she gets pretty much almost daily, they all oogle over the snowman. Your granddaughter made that? Like, yeah, man, we crafters got it going on. We can make some cool shit. Excuse me. This is Scrubology yarn and regular plain old cotton yarn. It's probably Premier yarn or something, Premier cotton. And I'm working them together and making a really long panel, and then I fold it in half and I crochet around it, and then it's a dish scrubby. And I'm using a bamboo hook I bought from Ice Yarns, and I really like it. And I'm using a 7mm bamboo hook. It's very smooth. Bamboo is like the smoothest wood to work with, period. The smoothest. And the Scrubology I bought from Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee. And yeah, it's great. It's great. So it's for the dishes. So I'm just going to put it in a blue bag. It's for the dishes. This bag is probably way too big, but that's okay. I didn't want to buy more than one size, to be honest. So, and then there's another plastic bag I can store yarn in. This yarn can stay in this plastic bag. This is just extra yarn I have left over. This is an 8-pack from Ice Yarns. It's Cell Plain Light Cream. They don't have this available anymore, so I'm not even going to read you the lot number. It's not available anymore, but they do have yarns that are similar available. You just have to go to the closeout section on their website. But I have a small little bitty 4-needle loom that knits up cords, and this is 100% acrylic, but it is a fine weight yarn. What does a ball band say they classify this as? I would say at best it's a number 2 weight yarn at its biggest size. Let's see what the ball band says. There's a hair in there, one of my hairs. My hair's everywhere. Yeah, one night I was trying to get in my friend's car and he's like, no, don't get in here. I was like, why? Because your hair gets left everywhere. It's going to be evidence you were in my car. I'm like, you're giving me a ride home, dude. What's the big deal? It's like, no, don't get in here. You got hair. 100% acrylic, 200 meters, 50 gram skeins. What size is this? I'd say that's a 1-weight yarn. But for the 4-needle cord looms, this yarn is perfect. Perfect for making cords. And it's the same cord I used to hang up my wet laundry on in the bathroom. And it works like a charm. Works like a charm. Get back in there, thank you. So this is going to stay in here and get put up on a bedroom shelf, because that's where this needs to go. I haven't been making any cords lately, and that's just kind of sitting around. This is this is Chanel yarn that I bought from Dollar Tree. I bought 4 different colors. And then I have a box over there that I recently bought. I found some yellow Chanel. And I need to add that to this. Like, really, I'm going to leave that out so I remember to add that yellow Chanel. Because I'm going to make a lovey. I'm going to do like 2 rows of each color. Or 1 row of each color or whatever. And I'm going to make like a multicolored lovey with that Chanel. I think it would be so pretty. This is scrap yarn. That's scrap yarn. I just need to put that in my, I have those old cheese ball plastic containers. I need to store those over there. Here's my Chameleon yarn. I only bought 1 skein because at the time they were $7.99 before they went on sale on clearance. This is the one that turns multi-purple, and I haven't used it yet. Obviously, I mean, it's still in brand new condition. I had no idea what to use with only 229 yards. I didn't want just some kind of summery lacy scarf. I make scarves all the time. I want to vary it up and do something different. So I think I would really like to try to incorporate this in like a summer top with this Sara Batik. Yeah, with this Sara Batik, I think that would be gorgeous with this Chameleon. Because in the sunlight, this changes. And I think that's really cool. I've heard there are complaints from some people about the chemical smells in this as you're working with it. I have not worked with it yet. So, you guys have yet to see a full review from me on the Chameleon yarn. But that is now in my yarn project bag, where I'm currently making a business card holder. And Beyond Bee Scribology. This yarn book tag, this yarn ball needs to go, ball band needs to go back in there, so I know what yarn I'm using. I have a Mickey Mouse project bag. I've had this bag for years. I think I bought this from Dollar Tree one year. And this is the bag that's good for like a quick project. 1 row repeat, 1 color. You're not changing colors or anything like that. It's not eye-catching, so it's not drawing a whole bunch of attention. I'm the kind of person, when I go out and I have to wait in the waiting room, I do not like people looking at me. I just prefer to be invisible. Like, I do not like to do anything that draws attention to me, other than the fact that I have an electric scooter parked next to me and sometimes locked up to the chair. But this is one of my favorite projects I'm working on right now. I just have not picked it up in months because it's been buried in my whip basket, and I have lost my crojo a few times. My crochet mojo, I mean. So yeah, crojo essentially. That's what that's called. But this is a one row repeat in that beautiful Irish. I can't even say Irish today. Irish lace stitch that I found on online YouTube online years ago. And you pretty much just, you know, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Skip 2 stitches, and in the third one, repeat. 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. And then the next, and then you do a double crochet on one on both ends. And this is a repeat stitch of 4 plus 2. No, it's plus 3, because you're starting with double crochet. So you need to build up the height of 3 chains. So it's a stitch multiple of 4. No, I'm sorry, guys. This is a stitch multiple of 3 plus 3. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Once I know that for sure, I'll come back to you. If not, some of you guys have previously seen my video. I did a tutorial on showing you how to do this stitch. So don't listen to me tonight, okay? I'm on medicine right now. I'm actually pretty tired. It's later in the day. It's still the day of my podcast anniversary. I'm just tired and excited about my sister's news. And I have not had an appetite at all today. I have not felt like eating whatsoever. So I've just been drinking my nutrition milkshakes, my chocolate nutrition milkshakes from the store. And those have been holding me over. So anyways, I really like this project bag, so I'm going to keep it in here. The yarn I'm using is from Ice Yarns. It is Favorite. It's classified as a 4 worsted weight, but it's very, very thin. So it's on the chunky side of a DK weight, but it's on the thin side of a 4. And this colorway is called, the ball band does not say, but this colorway is like a burgundy wine maroon shade. It is one of my favorite shades. It's the burgundy wine plum shade. It's like, you know how some burgundies are more red, some burgundies are more blue. This burgundy is more blue. It is so gorgeous. I like the burgundies that are more blue. I like the purples that are more on the bluer side, and I like the true in the middle purples. If it's got a little bit more red in it, I would hope that that has some kind of sparkle or sheen or shine to it. But the purples and the burgundies that I like are towards the bluer side. And this is one of those on the bluer side, in my opinion. It's my opinion from the way I see color. I hope you guys can see that okay. Yeah, that's true to color right there. Right there, that's true to color, the very top. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to leave this in here. And the hook size I'm using for this one is a 6mm. And I have pencil grips around this one. I think this hook is so comfortable. It's just the hook I'm using in there. Hook I'm using. And I love this one. This is the one that I put this bag over my electric scooter bar handle. And when I'm going down to the doctor's office, you know, and having to wait, this is what I work on when I wait to see my doctor or my specialist. I've had to see a lot of specialists the last couple of years. I have so much in here. I don't even think we're going to get through all of this today. This is one of those fun yarns. It's not consistent all the way through. I hated working with it. I hate the way it feels. It's like, you see how thin it is, and then you see how thick it goes real quick. You see that? It's like that throughout the whole skein. It's not consistently the same size. You see how that changes. And to me, the yarn feels like you're scratching your nails on a chalkboard. And it squeaks on the hook I was using, and I was using a metal hook. And I tried don't even try the plastic hook. Plastic on plastic is the worst. But I tried a metal hook. I think I tried a wooden hook and it was catching. It's just, I have a whole entire package of 8. I'd be willing to give to somebody if they would be willing to use it or cut it up and let their kids use it somehow. But the 2 balls of yarn I have here, I thought about, I'm just going to cut them up into small pieces. Yep, cut them up into small pieces and use it for amigurumi stuffing. Because I hate this yarn. It's like if any of y'all want this yarn, this is what they look like in a pack of 8. They come in these little donuts. They're not tangled up at all. I have a whole nother package of 8 I will never open, because I bought 2 packages because they were a clearance closeout yarn. They were $3 for a pack of 8. So I got both packs for $6, and I would say both packs for $12 with the shipping. So that's, you know, if I were to order 2 packs by themselves, it'd be $15 with the shipping. But since I ordered a whole bunch, you know, better deal. 50-gram ball, 80 meters, 100% acrylic. It's just called Gray Shades, but it's 100% acrylic. It's a winter yarn, but I would say this goes from a very thin DK weight to a chunky 5, to a chunky bulky 5. So a thick 2 to a thin DK weight to a 5. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think it looks gorgeous when it's worked up. And I have a granny square worked up. Let me go and run and grab that real quick since I'm thinking about it. Hang on, let me go grab it. It's in the bedroom. Here it is. I think it looks gorgeous worked up. What do you think? It looks like it has a bunch of puff stitches in it from the fat parts, the thick parts in the yarn. And this piece has been washed and dried. And I think it's gorgeous. I did 7 rounds, just a plain granny square, and I think I used a 6mm hook. Sorry, I'm trying to angle this so the lighting can show you what it truly looks like. I think it's really pretty. And the yarn does soften up in the washing. Excuse me, I'm sorry guys. In the washing cycles. I don't know if I want to keep this and add it in a granny square memento blanket because I have a whole bunch of granny squares I'm just randomly collecting that I will one day sew up together. I honestly don't know if I want to keep this or not because I don't like the yarn. So I'm willing to send this sample off to somebody along with that pack of 8. If you would like to have it, let me know. I just ask that you pay for shipping. It'll probably cost maybe $10 to $15 to ship it. I don't know. If you're willing to pay $10 in shipping, just call it $10. Then I'll send it to you. But I don't know. I'll keep this one because it's a spare. I might have more than that pack of 8 I can send you. It'll just cost a little bit more in shipping. I don't know. Email me if you're interested and we'll negotiate a deal or something. Because I don't know right now. And I don't want to commit to something and then change my mind. So, you know, especially if no one's interested. But I'll set that aside and I'll send that off because that's a nice sample to get you an idea of what the stitches would look like anyways. But that's going to be scrap yarn for amigurumi stuffing. I have this I'm working on. This is with, gosh, I don't even have the ball band with me. Some of you may recognize this yarn. I have a whole bunch in my bedroom. I don't want to get back up and go in there, but this is extremely soft. This is the mesh stitch. And I love this stitch. I love how it's turning out, but I want to work this on the diagonal. So I'm going to frog this and I'm going to redo it on the diagonal. And I'm going to make it wider because my scarves, I like them to be wide. And this is just not as wide as I was hoping it to be. Because I almost like my scarves to almost double up and act as shawls. And they keep me extra warm and cozy. So I started redoing it in a V-stitch. Yeah, I started redoing it, so it's wider. You see, it's wider than the previous scarf I started. But I don't really like how that's turning out too, though. I mean, I don't know. I wish I had more light down here. Like, all my lights are up there. That's why it's so dark down here. So I'm sorry for that. All my lights are up there. I got a kitchen light right up there. And then my dining room light is literally right above and kind of towards the back of me. And then I have a living room lamp that's above my couch over there. And then I have a TV lamp in the corner. My TV's not on. I don't have my TV on a lot, really. Most of the time I'm on my phone. You know, until I get Wi-Fi set up in here, you know, I'm still playing on my phone quite a bit. But this is a gorgeous yarn, and I love the colorway. This is one of my favorite colorways. I love the dark jewel tones. I'm just not sure I like the V-stitch because it's not as soft as the mesh stitch. So I'm still trying to I know I want to work this pattern on the diagonal. I just don't know what stitch I want to use. I could use the C to C stitch. That is actually a gorgeous, gorgeous stitch, and I might go with that. But I wanted more truer stripes with the color effect. You know, I wanted the striping effect kind of like this, but on the diagonal. So I might stick with the mesh stitch. I'm just not sure yet. I'm still thinking about it. So my favorites, we'll go in my favorite. I wish they had darker purple zippers. We got dark blue, and we got baby blue, and we got fuchsia pink, and we got baby pink, but we only got lavender and not a dark purple zipper. There still are a lot of colors. But the size hook I'm using for that scarf is an 8mm hook. This is a knockoff version of the Clovers. It's a knockoff version of the boy hooks. I really, really like those hooks. What else do I got in here? I bought this yarn from Dollar Tree. I want to make an Oscar the Grouch bathroom hand towel because I love Oscar the Grouch. That's what this is for. I want to put him in a green zipper bag. So I have a little Oscar stuffed animal. He's sitting in his trash can, and he's wearing his trash can top lid as a hat. And he has a sign hanging on the front of his trash can, and he's got his arm stuck out like this, and it says "Scram." And he's pointed right towards my front door, and he says "Scram" with his pointer finger. It's so funny. And I built a key hanger and put mail on. It says my last name on the very top of it, and with a little bitty shelf so I can put like a little bitty figurine on it or something. My grandmother's kitty cat is up there that she used to have in her house. And then I have a little bitty box for mail and letters that need to go out. And then I have 4 hooks for keys and keychains and spare keys and all that stuff, you know, face mask. And he's sitting on the top shelf with my grandmother's kitty cat saying "Scram" to all my visitors who leave. Maintenance was here the other day. They came in and changed the filters, and they checked the smoke alarms, and then Oscar told them to scram on their way out. So I just get a kick out of that. So this is just Premier Just Cotton. It's a 4 worsted weight yarn. About 100 yards on each ball. 104 yards. It's 85% cotton, 15% polyester. The colorway is Sage, and then the multicolored I got is Sage Marl. So I'm going to do some striping work on a bathroom hand towel with these 3 skeins. And what else do I have? This is some cotton yarn I bought from Ice Yarns last year. I bought this to make wasp nest because wasp nest are very close to this color. Those of you who do not know, wasp nest or territorial, if you make a fake wasp nest and you hang it up, they will see that there's a home there. They won't want to build there. They will go and build somewhere else. So get you some yarn. If you crochet or knit, get you some beige colored taupey brown colors. It can be a buff beige. It could be a cream color. You could go to a dark gray color as long as you stick with a color from nature and you try to coordinate with your local area. If you see a wasp nest, make note of what color it is and try to buy a shade of yarn that's close to the color. I try to go with coffee colored taupey browns like this one. There's no color name on it. but just kind of get an idea of this color. It's just a taupey brown, like a light brown. It's like you get a dark coffee and you put a little tiny bit of cream in it, just a tiny bit of cream. It lights it up a little bit. I will go ahead and throw. I will throw 2 of these in with my ice yarns giveaway, and I will throw 2 skeins in of the other one I have. It's like a beige buff color. It's kind of this color, but maybe just a smidge darker, not too much darker. So you'll have 2 skeins of this cotton yarn and 2 skeins of the cream colored cotton yarn. So if you want to make a wasp nest and hang it up on your doorstep, that will help you keep the wasp away. Also, do not leave this open. Do not leave any holes. Stuff this thing and close it up completely. There are people that have bought fake wasp nests on the internet and they have openings in them. And then weeks later, when they went to check to make sure it was working, there was a family of wasp nests inside the fake wasp nest, and they were building their own real wasp nest inside the fake wasp nest. So, and you don't need to follow a pattern unless it's easier for you. I just wing it. I make a circle and then I work around and around and around. I increase as I feel like it's necessary, and then I decrease when I feel like it's wide enough. It does not have to be a perfect circle. It does not have to be a perfect egg. It does not have to be a perfect oval. It does not have to be perfect at all. Every single wasp nest is made by nature, and it is made uniquely different. There's no 2 wasp nests are the same. It's kind of like a person's fingerprint, and your person's signature. You're not gonna write down your signature the exact same way every single time. It's just not gonna happen. It's not humanly possible. So I did not follow a pattern. You're more than welcome to look up a pattern for wasp nest, but you don't need one. If you can wing it, wing it. If you need a pattern, feel free to get a pattern. Whatever makes you more comfortable. But these actually have to go up. I need to tape the bag closed because it still has the lot number on it, you know. So all the yarns that I need to put away, I'm just gonna put them in this bag for now, just to get them out of the way, and it's not cluttering up the floor. I'm gonna add these to that giveaway, and that'll remind me to add those cream colored cottons in as well. Here's some cotton I've been wanting to work with. This is Premier Home Cotton, 96 yards, 88 meters, 1.94 ounces, 55 grams. It's 85 cotton, 15% polyester. This is super nice and plush and soft. It's a 4 worsted weight yarn. This is so easy to work with, and it works up so fast. It does fuzz a little bit. Yeah, you see all that fuzz flying around? That's the only downside. I have not worked with these particular skeins in this particular colorway. But this is going to need a lot of washing and a lot of drying, as a lot of lint gets collected in not just the dryer, but the wash machine collects lint too. I had no idea until I got my own portable washing machine. But the lint definitely catches a lot more lint. The dryer definitely catches a lot more lint that the washer doesn't catch. So this is easily a hand washable and dryable product. It won't hurt the yarn. And of course, this being purple, I have to use another purple bag. I could actually do, because I've got some black cotton here. This is natural cotton, and I hate this cotton. It splits on me so easily. This is natural cotton from Ice Yarns. It is gorgeous. I love the way it feels. I just don't like working with it. But I have it left over from a previous project that I attempted to start and never finished. But I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to try to use it at some point. I just don't know when. I don't like giving away partially used skeins unless it's going to a thrift store, or unless I'm gifting it. I mean, I don't know. I don't like giving away partially used skeins. I just don't. This one, I'm checking for extra stuff that might fall out. Loose things. All my light, some of my kitchen light is like right here. Okay. This is